why we see anything, what is the phenomenon behind it, and what this phenomenon is called. So as I said, I will explain you these things. I need the objects which are required here. As you can see in this on this table, I have a scale, I have a protector, I have a marker, I have a ray box, I have an object which is attached with a plain mirror one surface, and another surface is black, that's been black in color, but it's again plain. Both are plain, but one side contains mirror and one side is black in color. Now, to understand the concept, let's start the activity and we will understand how it happens. So let's start our topic, that is, I said, as I informed you, we are going to understand what is reflection. So you can see on the board, I can say this is a common plane on which I have kept. The first thing which I am trying to show is the ray box. Now what is this ray box? If you can see properly, the ray box contains a slit. I have a two slit opening here. One side this side, another side this side. You can see the slit, what kind of a structure it is. You have one end here, you have three ends here, or three cut marks here. So as I said, the source of light, we are assuming that it's a sun, or if you want to assume it's a ray box. Now you can see from the ray box, if I am removing this slit which has a two opening, one opening is this side, another two opening is this side. If you can see the light path, if you can see the path of this particular light is into the straight line. Wherever the movement, if I change the face of this ray box to this side, again the path of the light changes. It is into the same direction in which the face is. If it's into the x direction, again the path of the lights are into the x direction. Now, what are the advantage of this particular slit? With the help of this, if I don't put this particular slit, and if I keep this particular object which contains, one side is the mirror, another side is which is without mirror, but both are plain. The major point is to understand here, both are the plane surfaces. One is black in color and another is fixed with glass, which has a property. Glass has a property to reflect. I will come what is reflection, but prior to that, glass has the property which don't absorb light. It complete bounce back the things which is falling on it. Now the other surface is that which completely absorbs. It doesn't bounce. It don't allow the things to bounce back again in the form of light. Now here, if I am putting this particular object, and if I am trying to show you what is reflection and what is the meaning of reflection, you can see with this also that if this is the source of light and if this is the path of light, and the path of the light is if it's traveling into x direction, and if I change the angle of this particular object with some degree, you can see there is the path. The light it was covering or it was traveling was into this x direction, that has been changed into any other direction that we don't know. Again, if I change with some angle, again the light direction or the path or the deviation, the light has changed its path. Why it's happening? Because this particular object, the light is falling on what? It's falling on this particular mirror, and mirror has the property that it reflects back. What is the meaning of reflection? Bounce back. Whatever it's falling on the surface of the mirror, it makes the things, or it makes the light to bounce back. Now the major thing which I want to explain here, now I was keeping the glass here. It was reflecting. The light were bouncing back again into some other direction against the direction which they were traveling. Now if I rotate this particular and I keep the other end of this particular object, that is black in color, though it's plain but it doesn't contain the mirror. Now what's happening? Can you see any changes? No. Why? Because it's opaque. Now why it's opaque? Because it absorbs all the light and it don't allow the things to bounce back or reflect back. Again I will say, don't allow the things to bounce back or reflect back. मतलब इसको आप वापस नहीं जाने देता, अपने आप में absorb कर लेता है. Now this is one thing which you understood, that is this is opaque. From this is the surface of the mirror from which anything reflects back or bounce back. If I remove this and if I keep a transparent thing, now what happening? You can see clearly, you can see the reflection is also there, means some part of light is reflecting or bouncing back into some other direction, but maximum part of light is trespassing, means it's passing through this particular object. So we can say this is an object which is transparent in nature.